All right, hello, Political Science 1. Welcome to fall 2020. Glad to have you all in class. This is going to be for all my classes, just one video, and I'm going to do these throughout the semester. Uh, Hopefully to help you alleviate any concerns you have about online education. Um, these will all be posted up on YouTube. If you want to follow my channel on YouTube, you'll get the posts whenever they come up so that you're ready to go and just watch the videos for each chapter. I'm hoping to do about 20 minutes per chapter just to help you understand the important concepts and be ready for tests. All right, I'm Kevin Wilds. Of course, it's fall 2020. The sections, this is going to be for all my American government classes, so it says section C01, but it's for all my classes. Of course, it's online. My office is online, so I'll have office hours on Zoom Tuesday and Thursday from 10 to 12:30. So if you need any help with anything, do not hesitate to get in touch with me. Talk to me on Tuesday, Thursday. I'll be on Zoom from 10 to 12:30. The link for that Zoom will be at the bottom of the syllabus. I'll also put one in the announcements page to help you guys out. My contact number is my office hour in Kalinga. So really, I'm not going to be at my office, but email me. If you email me at kevinwilds@whcc.edu, I will get back to you within a 24-hour period, unless it's the weekend. If it's the weekend, then I'll get back to you on that Monday. All right. So the course, it is Poli-Sci 1, so it's an American government class. You have to take this class to get your degree. So we'll be looking at American government and California government. We're going to look at the history and institutions and why our government is set up the way it is. All right. Let's go down. Course objectives. When you complete this course, you should be able to. Why did the founders establish the Constitution? What was the philosophy behind our government and the Constitution? You should know the differences between federal and state governments. Explain how the political process works. So, like the Electoral College, since it's an election year, how does that work? Integrate controversial issues with classroom material. So, what's going on? We can tie that into what we're learning about. So when we talk about the Electoral College, and in November, you should understand how that works. Explain the rights and liberties of individuals as articulated in the U.S. Constitution. So you should know everybody's civil rights and civil liberties. And you should know how culture, diversity, and ideology shape public opinion. And you should have plenty of discussions on that topic right there. What you need to know when you get out, student learning outcomes for the class. You'll need to know what an iron triangle is and how they interact. You'll write an essay on different opinions of the First Amendment. Ones that expand First Amendment rights, and then other cases that limit First Amendment rights. And then you need to argue for and against the Second Amendment. What are the arguments for the Second Amendment? What are the arguments against the Second Amendment? So you will be asked to do some essays, some test questions on those three things. All right, course content, political philosophies of the framers and critics of the Constitution. So what did the Federalists say about the Constitution? What did the Anti-Federalists say about it? How does the Constitution get amended in both the U.S. and California? Federalism is the theory and practice. So how does federalism work? The powers divided between states and national government. Operation of governmental institutions. Civil liberties and civil rights, what are your rights given to you by the Constitution and court decisions. Issues in contemporary issues in California state and local institutions with relation to the federal government. So how does California interact with the national government on local issues? Individual and group political behavior of American and Californians as established by their respective constitutions. Factors that shape politics and policymaking, and principles of American democracy. Course requirements, you need to get the textbook. The textbook is free. It's online, so you do not have to go and buy it, so you should have immediate access to it. The link will be under when we get to course textbooks. Next, read the textbooks. I know that's the hardest thing to do. What do we mostly do with our textbooks when we get them? We chuck them into the back of the car, and there they sit until you sell them back. In this class, especially because it's online, you're going to need to read the textbooks and understand what's going on in the textbooks. Go to the online section of the course. So talk about what's online, or go online. You're in an online class. I should probably take that out. Participate in class discussions. We're going to have discussion boards. Be sure to look at the discussion boards. You need to hold a conversation. Don't just share your opinion, but actually converse with other students. Challenge their ideas. You might see that a lot from me if you only do an opinion post and don't discuss with anybody else. Talk to other students. It's important. Take the required tests and research and write papers. All right, in this class we will have 4 tests. 3 tests 100 points each and 1 final which is 200 points. So you'll get 50 multiple choice questions, 1 essay question for the 3 tests, the first 3 tests, and then the finals comprehensive, so it will cover everything in the class. Your term paper is 300 points, so it's a pretty good chunk of your grade. So when we get to term paper and talk about that, you'll see it in the syllabus. I'll have an announcements page, and you'll have it here in this video. We'll talk about the term paper. Assignments, we'll go over the assignments when we get down to it, but those are 600 points. I will have some extra credit available, normally maybe at the end of tests or something. I think I'll have an extra credit with this video, so please check back every once in a while for extra credit. So we have a total of 1,500 points. The grade scale is a hard grade scale. There's no curves, no drops of any low grades. It is a 10% grade scale, so normal grade scale. What will save you hopefully will be extra credit when I do offer it. So those points will be hard. If you are close, say you're at 1345 and you did a good job, you got all your work in on time, then I might bump you up to the 8, just depending. All right, required text. This is your OER for the class. I'll make it a link so that you're able to just click on it and get there. It's Florida the Orange Grove. If the link doesn't work, then what you'll need to do is go to Google and type in Florida the Orange Grove American Government, and you'll find the book. Class schedule. I don't have dates here. I will have dates posted in the class. They're already set. But pretty much we're just going to go through each section. So introduction, which is this video. Then I'll do a video on chapter 1, video on chapter 2, video on chapter 3, and then we have our first test. Then we have chapter 4, chapter 5, chapter 6, 7, second test, and so on, as you can see here in the syllabus. If you have any questions, just go through the syllabus. Disability statement. Please, if you think that you have a disability, please contact me. We'll be discreet, and we'll get you in touch with DSPS and hopefully get you some help so that you're able to pass the class, because I do want you to pass the class. All right, my course policies. Attendance is required. I'll take roll. It says daily. I do it weekly because we don't really meet, but you turn in your assignments. That's the way I'm going to take roll. Midterms and final exams will be taken on time. I don't want to do them early. I don't want to do them late. They are posted for a week, so please be sure to take them during that week. So I give you plenty of time. If you wait until the last minute to take those tests, that is a choice you've made, and if you decide at 12:01 to message me and say, oh, the test isn't opening, well, the test is down. I'm not going to be able to reopen it for you. So please do not wait till the last minute to do those tests, because normally they're due at midnight, and I'm not on the computer probably after 9 o'clock. Do not plagiarize or cheat. Do not cut and paste. If you do, then you just get an F on the assignment. I could give you an F in the course if it keeps happening. Just don't do it. So please don't cut and paste. Really, one of the things that people do now is they just take certain words out of cut and pasted sources, and then they change one word to make it not fall under plagiarism, but then it makes no sense with the word choice that you used. So just don't do it. Write your own paper. Take your time. You should have plenty of time to get your stuff done for this class, especially the term paper. We'll have open discussion on current political events, so I really encourage you to participate. Your grade is dependent on you talking with other students. It's not participation being graded on, it's your thought process and your interaction with other students. So are you making them think? Are you challenging their ideas? Doesn't mean that you have to call them names because they disagree with you. We need to have more civility now more than ever. So in that sense, do not ridicule a person for their beliefs and reasoning. If there's a student who is disrupting or disturbing the class, you'll be asked to leave, and that could affect your grade detrimentally. So we will respect each other no matter what we believe. I will not take any late assignments under any circumstance. You have a whole week to get your assignments done, so please be sure to allot time to get those assignments done. I do have an academic honesty policy from the college. If you want to click that link and go and check it out. I'm not a mind reader, and if you have a problem in the class, you need to meet with me after that class so that we can fix the problem. Do not assume that I know you are upset or struggling in the class. Come see me or see me on Zoom, and we can talk about if you're having problems. I wanted to try to help you. I want you to get out of this class because you have to take it. I want you to pass. I want you to do well. Class total is subject to change. I may miss an assignment. I may decide we don't need to do an assignment. I may add an assignment. So that class total of 1,500 will stay the same. Just know that it will remain the same grade scale. If you have grade checks, just let me know. You're going to do it during my office hours, so see me from 10 to 12:30, and I will get those grade checks done for you. Or just shoot me an email, and I can email you back. If you have 3 unexcused absences from the class, you may be dropped from the class. Keyword there is may. I may drop you, I may not. Just depending. So please be sure, if you miss 3 weeks in a row, I will try to drop you. But it is your responsibility to drop the class. If you decide not to show up anymore, take it upon yourself to drop. Because as I go through, I have a lot of students, and I might miss you. So be sure to try to drop if you decide to drop. If there's a question asked in an email and there's no response, then the answer to your question can be found here. I have a lot of students that tend not to read the syllabus, but that's why I'm going over it with you now. Hopefully it'll be easier to go over it in a video than just to read through it. If you have an excused absence, submit any work immediately after that excused absence. So if you miss some reason, if you're in the hospital for a week, if you give me a doctor's note, then I will take your late work, but I need it immediately. Do not email me any work. Put them in the Dropbox in Canvas. Do not take emailed work because it can be mass deleted. Finals can only be taken during finals week. So if you have like a cruise planned, because it's like really cheap to buy cruise tickets now, if you have a cruise plan during the finals week and you say, oh, can I take it early? School policy, finals are only taken during finals week unless it's an excused absence. So say a death in the family, or you're in the hospital. Then we can do something to help you there. Do not ask me to take your late assignments after the final. The final is the final, and there is nothing else that can be submitted. So a lot of students will email me at the end of the semester. Oh, I'm like 100 points away from a B. Can you give me another assignment? That's not fair for everybody else in the class, so I won't be taking anything after the final is taken. Do not ask me what you can do to get a better grade. The final is the final. That goes to the same point. Just don't ask. If you're a good student, you take care of business, I might bump you up, just depending on how close you are. All right, assignments. Try to keep this to the 20-minute limit. I'm going to try to go through these fast. You'll write up outlines for each chapter. What were the important concepts and terms? Please submit your work in outline form, not essay. Each chapter we cover will need to have an outline turned in by you. Outlines are due with each test. I'm going to need to change that. It's not due with each test. It's due every week. So when we go down to the bottom and you see when things are due, I'll change this in the syllabus. It'll be due each week. Each outline is worth 25 points. There will also be assigned essays and videos worth 50 points. A total of 16 outlines and a total of 2 essays. I don't care what the outline looks like. You can make it any way you want. If you want to use bullet points, if you want to use dashes, if you want to use letters, if you want to use numbers, I don't care how it looks. Just give me an outline. Don't give me essays. Give me an outline of the assignments. Once you do that, then I want, we'll submit those into Canvas. They're due every week, and they're due on Wednesday at midnight. So just be sure to get those done. And this first week, you're going to be really pressed because you have chapters 1 and 2 due, depending on which class you're in. If you're in the 14-week class, I think chapter 1 and 2 is due. If you're in the 18-week class, only chapter 1 is due. So just depending on which class you're in, you just need to check the dates. I don't care how they look, just make it outline. And also, do not give me back the notes that are in, don't give me back my notes. So I have PowerPoints for you in the files section of the class. You can go look at my PowerPoints and go through it. We're going to go through it each with the videos. Do not give them back to me. Do not just cut and paste them and then give them back to me. You'll get a 0. So write up your own. Read the book, take important information from the books, and then give it to me. I think I have in the rubric how much you need to have, like 20 concepts from each chapter. All right, moving on. Term paper. You'll research and write a term paper on which is more important for American society, more freedom and more security. Students will present their arguments and support one or the other. You need to back up your argument with research and facts. 5-page paper, double space. Use Chicago style formatting for this paper. You'll need to have a minimum of 3 sources for this paper. The paper will be worth 300 points and is due November 11th. I have some links there. The Purdue OWL has Chicago style, so that's Chicago style. The Brookings Institute and Stratfor are papers. They're pretty good on telling you like what I'm trying to look for. When I'm looking at more freedom, more security, perfect example right now is COVID-19. Are you willing to let the government have all total control and say you can't go out at all to protect you? Or are you more on the side of freedom? I want to go out and do what I want. So you're going to make that argument for me, and you're going to back it up with research, one or the other. Okay? It starts when class starts all the way till November 11th. So if you wait till November 10th at 11:50 to start writing your paper, you can, but then your paper may not be as good. Take some time, do it early, get it done, and then put it away, and then proofread it before you turn it in, and you should have a good quality paper. Especially now with everything that's out, you should have some good research stuff on the internet. So you can use the internet. If you can get a hold of books, I'd like journals and stuff like that as sources for this. All right, tests, 4 tests, 3 in a final, 50 multiple choice questions, and 1 essay. For each test, I'll provide 3 essay questions for you to study, and I will pick one for the test. You'll be able to use a page of notes for the test. Normally I do that in face-to-face classes. If you want, yes, you can have a page of notes and use that for the test. I don't give you a study guide on the multiple choice. That's just going through the book and going through my notes and figuring out what's needed. So please be sure to study those. I'll post them up probably a couple weeks before the test so that you're ready for the test. All right, and discussion boards. That's in case classes are closed. There actually is discussion boards. You'll have 8 discussion boards for the class. Please be sure to go through those discussion boards. I'll actually take this part out and I'll explain the discussion boards and how they work. Okay? All right, my office hours link. So on Tuesday, Thursday, this is where I'm going to be. Just come down here in the syllabus and click on this. I'll also put in the announcements page for you to get in touch with me so that we're able to connect and I can help you out with any questions that you may have. Let's see. And then down here are the dates. So it depends on your class. For C01, it's a 14-week class. So I have Wednesday, August 19th, Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 due. And then on Wednesday, August 26th, Discussion Board 1, Chapter 3, and then the test. If you're in like L01, you're just doing Chapter 1 the first week. If you are in, I think C02, I think is the same. So just depending on how you see it. You just go down to the bottom of the syllabus and this will be here. It's also on the side on the Canvas shell. All right, that's the introduction. If you do have any questions, please email me. I will start my office hours on Tuesday. I will be there, and great to have you in class, and I look forward to working with you this coming semester. Have a good day.